Morning, afternoon, evening, how are you boys and girls? Scott's Corner, Webby Sports Roundup here in my manor in sunny Tenerife. A little bit of a difference this week. We're trying to increase the show. We've got more subscribers. Thank you for the old ones, thank you for the new ones, and thank you for everyone that's passed it on and so forth. Lots of new views and lots of new vlogs we're doing this week, but today is a massive one, a real big one. And we got one or two bits and pieces that we're going to show you, and we got one or two stories. But before that, I'm going to introduce you to one of my real good pals, Jim Donaldson, massive Rangers fan, season ticket holder, and here he is. He's going to give us one or two stories and one or two things that happened last week for Rangers Football Club. Okay, get away. Jim, how are you?
Morning everybody.
Morning, big man.
Morning, mate.
Great Thursday, yeah, okay?
Great Thursday.
Yeah,
Great Thursday.
Great. What's your sunglasses on for, son? Come on,
It's
you.
sunny.
Is it sunny? Is it? Absolutely super.
Blinding my eyes.
Is it right? Listen, you know what we do on a Thursday afternoon, Scott's Corner. Big shout out to me pal Foggy. He's on to me every single day saying, Webby, do this, do that, do this. Well, we're doing it, all right? I've been into my bedroom, upstairs, lots of photographs and bits and pieces, took a few down, and we're going to chuck a few stories over. Remember last week with Motherwell and Dougie Arnott, that little crystal glass I got, superb that was. Lots of views, and we're going to have more views. This is going to hit the roof, I promise you, it is going to hit the roof. Right, what we usually do, we're going to leave the SPL League until later on, because we've got lots of stories to say about that, and we're going to bring the big money. Now, I'm going to start with Scottish Championship, a little bit of Div 1, a little bit of Division 2 up in Scotland. And anytime big man wants to come in and say, I've been there, I've done that, there's a bit of a story about that, I'm going to ask him to come in and give me a bit of a help. Now, last Friday saw the top two teams in the Championship, Raith Rovers, who were unbeaten, they haven't won a game in 5 games, took on the mighty Dundee United, the Tannadice boys. Me good pal Liam Grimshaw, spoke to him yesterday and spoke to him Saturday morning, not a happy bunny, because they ended up losing by 2-1, and that brings the title for the Championship a lot closer. There's only a point difference. It was a cracking game. I saw a lot of it, to be honest with you. A cracking game, and they were mega disappointed. But I still think Dundee United will win that league. Any views on that, Jim? You think?
Yeah, I think Dundee United are strong enough to. I think they've just had a blip there.
Yeah.
I think that I don't fucking. Sorry.
Sorry.
I don't like Dundee United, but anyway, no, I think Dundee United are.
Yeah, they're going to be there.
Contenders.
Again, that's the first win in 6 games. Let's have a quick look at the other results in the Championship. Airdrie took on Ayr United. Ayr won by 3-2 away from home. The boys at Dunfermline, the black and white boys, they were 9th in the league, took on Arbroath. They were 10th. That was a bit of a poor game. That was 1 goal apiece. And then we had Inverness Cally Thistle were 8th. They had a cracking 3-3 draw at home to 3rd place Partick Thistle. And last but not least of the week, Queen's Park, who were 7th in the Championship. They took on Morton and they were 4th, and that was a boring 0-0 draw. Granted, Morton, don't forget Liam Grimshaw's team before Dundee United. So
just on the Inverness Cally Thistle game.
Yeah.
You obviously know that Big Duncan Ferguson's now in charge as the manager.
Good shout.
So he seems to be doing no bad job. He's he's doing okay. I mean, that's a great result against Partick Thistle.
He steadied the ship.
He steadied the ship a bit,
yeah.
But 3 each.
This is the part, I think people were saying that you weren't your Partick Thistle follower, but it's not. It's me tartan, it is. But that's what it is. No, it's not. It's not a Partick. But I do follow all of them. But Duncan Ferguson, I mean, Everton, I mean, what a tough man he was. And he was at Forest Green Rovers and left there after a short while. Now my pal Stevie Cottrell, Cheltenham Town boy, he's manager there now. So then we had Troy Deeney. He only lasted a short while.
I think he was also interim manager at Everton.
Yes, he was.
And he won a few games for them.
Yeah.
Obviously never got a job, but
no,
yeah.
He was massive at Everton, wasn't he? Absolutely massive. So the Championship table basically looks like Dundee United, they both played 23 games. Dundee United's won 14, drawn 6, lost 3, 48 points, but they do have a far superior goal difference than Raith Rovers. And they're the same, 23 games played, 14, 5, lost 4, 1 more, and they're only plus 10, and we're 47 points, 1 point behind, so that's going to be tight. Now, Partick Thistle have the top goal scorer in the Championship. He's got 12 goals. That's Graham. I don't know what his first name is. Graham's his surname. 12 goals, and he's had 1 assist. Before we move on to Division 1, I remember when I had the world famous Garner bar, and I always had one or two footballers come in, as you know, Paul Scholes and Ian Durant of Rangers and Bobby Lennox, etc., etc. But I found a photograph of one of the past guys that came in. Now I don't know if you can see that, probably you can't, but that's an ex-Dundee United footballer, guy called Gary Kenneth, big number 5, big centre half. He had two, you can't remember him, can you? No, you can't remember him. But he had 2 Scottish caps. He was at Dundee United between 2004 to 2012. 2 caps for Scotland and 163 games, which would have been probably about 4 years in that respect, and 6 goals. And he also went to Bristol Rovers 2012 to 2013, where he played 18 times and scored 1 goal. So
He's still playing. He's playing junior football now. He's still playing.
oh, is it junior football?
He's playing junior football. I think he went to a Lithuanian team or something like that, Riga, but he's back here and he's playing for a junior team.
I think he
Scottish junior team.
Yeah, I think he's late 30s now. Liam Grimshaw just messaged me and he's just asked, who was we? Bowman?
Dave Bowman.
Dave Bowman, obviously Dundee United player, etc. He's asked him, he probably remember, so he's going to come back and let me know, and I'll give you the latest update on that on next week's Scott's Corner. So that's the championship. As you say, it's only 2 teams that's going to win that, either Wraith Rovers or Dundee United. Moving quickly on to Scottish Division 1, Falkirk and Hamilton, the top 2 teams. On Saturday, Alloa 3rd place, they beat Cove Rangers by 4 goals to 1. And Nan, who were 9th, took on Stirling Albion and beat them 2 goals to 1 on Saturday. And then you've got Edinburgh, bottom of the table, poor this year. They already drew 1-1 at home to Queen of the South. One story of Queen of the South, when I had the plough in Torviscus, my very first pub here back in '94, the lad that worked for me, Michael, for some reason, he always followed Queen of the South. So that's the where is Queen of the South geographically, Jim?
It's down in the south. It's Dumfries area. Dumfries, it's in Dumfries.
And no, is that sort of left or right hand side of the map? Is that Glasgow or Edinburgh?
No, Glasgow side further down.
Oh, it's Glasgow side further down.
It's not far from it's not far from Carlisle.
Ah, from Carlisle. I've got you. So yeah, okay.
I've been there.
You've been there?
They've got a pub in their stadium.
They got a pub?
They've got a pub in their stadium.
They don't have pubs? You mean an actual pub, not
an
like
actual pub?
Yeah, a pub in the stadium?
In the stadium, man. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You can't get in. I don't think you can get into the stadium from the pub, but the pub's in the stadium. When you get in, you've got to come back out and get in again.
Gotcha, fantastic.
I've been there.
Yeah, well, I knew you would, but the pub, you like your pubs, don't you?
Yeah. Coca-Cola.
Can I just say first of all, before we go any further, I want to thank Jason and Julie for letting us use their terrace. We're in the 3 horseshoes in my little manor. You know, I do Monte Cristos and I do 3 horseshoes for all my footballs over. Now, if you just look over my right-hand shoulder, you will see they're looking for staff. If there's anybody out there living in the area or what have you, it does say bar staff required. So I'm giving a bit of free advertising. Anybody out there in here, all the football, they open 5 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday, weekends 12 o'clock, because there's always 12:30 games. So big shout out to Jason and to Julie. Right, that Falkirk Hamilton game, that was the top 2 teams in Division 1. Falkirk came out winners by 3 goals to 2. That must have been an absolute cracking game. I'll have to check that out on the highlights to see how that went. Falkirk, but they are 11 points clear now. Played 23, won 18, drawn 5 and lost absolutely 0. Falkirk, the memories I can remember at Falkirk, Steve Presley, Rangers, Celtic, Coventry, and what have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Falkirk?
Yeah.
Well, you've been everywhere, haven't you? Yeah.
I've been in every professional football stadium in Scotland.
Have you every single one?
Every single one.
All right, we'll come to that before. I've got a couple more questions I'm going to ask you a bit later on in that. So Falkirk top of the table, look as if they're going to be up in the championship next year. And the guy Burrell of Cove Rangers, now they're 5th in the league and he's top goal scorer, 18 goals with 5 assists. So well done to Falkirk and well done to Burrell. Right, let's move on quickly to Division 2 because we're going to be talking about the SPL. Rangers Celtic, what happened to them last weekend? Massive turnaround to top of the table. Right, Division 2. This is being run again by one particular club, Stenhousemuir. They're running away with the league. Now, I'm going to bring something else in a minute. Gary Kenneth, you can go over there. I'm going to bring this, turn it around in a minute. Right, Bonnybrig took on my boys East Fife. Bonnybrig was 6 and lost to East Fife 2-0, so one of the East Fife boys were 5th in the league. Now, if you didn't know, I've followed East Fife since I was a kid. Don't ask me why. When I had the world famous gardener boy, I knew the owner. He's since passed away, Willie Gray. He was a steel merchant. He was there. I'm not saying he was dodgy, but he was just a great geezer. And he was the boss there. He looked after it, done his brown envelopes like we all do. So I can say it there because he's passed away. Rest in peace, Willie. Now, he made me and my pub, the world famous gardener bar, East Fife supporters of Tenerife, and he put us in the programme. Now, if you can see that, only just about. So that was the game between East Fife and Dumbarton back in, what was that, 2007? 2007. And I don't even know what the score was, to tell you the truth, I can't even remember. And he put the world famous gardener bar in there and give us the advertising. And what used to happen is the East Fife supporters, 6 of them every Christmas, come over in their black and gold, bring me a couple of gifts and what have you, and it was superb. And it was, I'll tell you the other little story of Willie Gray. East Fife had a goalkeeper, not for very long, and he went on loan to Celtic. So my Celtic shirt that's signed by Gordon Strachan was through Willie Gray, because obviously the guy went to Celtic on loan for a short while. He sorted that for me, and I've got it. I'll show it on another vlog next couple of weeks. It's got to Webby, best wishes, Gordon Strachan, which again, great player, great manager, and a great guy was old Gordon Strachan, and he's still going. Right, get back to these games. Clyde 10th took on Dumbarton, 2-0 at home. Dumbarton are 4th in the league. Elgin took on Stenhousemuir, top of the table and flying, ending up 2 goals apiece. Forfar 3, Peterhead 3, another cracking game. 2nd place Peterhead away from that. Forfar are 8th, and Stranraer are in 9th, took on at home to the Spartans by 2-1. Right, league table, Stenhousemuir, 25 games, won 17, drawn 6, lost 2, 57 points, flying at the moment. Peterhead are 24, same as Spartans, who are trying to get runners up, 41 and 40 respectfully. Now, top of the table with regards to top goal scorer, you've got Aitken of Stenhousemuir and you've got Henderson of Spartans. Both got 13 goals apiece. So that's the latest on Scottish Championship Division 1, Division 2. Now we're going to come to the big one, the SPL. That's the reason why I got the big man here. Massive Rangers fan. Now, what I'll do, I think I'll give you the results over the weekend, and we'll have a little discussion and so on and so forth, some of his memories and what have you, and we'll go from there. Don't forget, if you've just tuned in, Webby Sports Roundup here from sunny Tenerife. If you've not subscribed, it is for free. Press that button and the like button. Any comments down below, and also go on to the Facebook page, which Foggy does for me, my number 99. Give him some loving, please. He's absolutely a top fella. Right, started off with Portodry over the weekend, took on the Hibs of Easter Road and ended up 2 goals apiece. Aberdeen are low at the moment, they're 8th in the league. What's happening down there, Jim? What's happening with Aberdeen? It's just poor.
Just poor. They're poor. The only time, to be fair, they've seen in the last couple of weeks, they've ground out a couple of results, come back to draw. They were being beat last week 3-0 with Motherwell, I'm sure it was, and you come back and drew 3 each, then you're seeing the result again, the Aberdeen and Hibs at the weekend, 2 each. So I don't know, Warnock's maybe steadying the ship a bit, but there's an interesting story I heard about that, but maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. And,
well, the story, I don't know whether it's the same with me, but the story with Neil Warnock, the reason why he went to Aberdeen, and the reason I was told, whether it's on good authority, if he went to another English club, then he would lose his income from Huddersfield, and he's got the contract to the end of the season, so he gets paid every single month. So if he stayed in England, he would lose that money, so he had the opportunity to go to Aberdeen. He's done the job, but he's 75 years of age. How much do you love football?
I'm a Rangers fan.
Is he a Rangers fan? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Stated it in the past.
Oh, he stated in the past a Rangers fan, is he?
Yeah.
Neil Warnock, there's your answer, isn't it? So he wants to do something like that. Superb. We're going to Parkhead, Celtic now. I've put down second, but they're second, and there's a reason behind that. That's a Saturday. St Johnstone took on the mighty Rangers on Sunday, and Celtic took on Killie, who are fourth in the league. We're having a flying season at the moment. Yeah. Did you watch any of the game? Or you won't?
No, I seen. The only part of the goal was the goal, the Kilmarnock goal. I seen, I was talking to a couple of mates who you know Alec and that, and they said Celtic are terrible.
Poor.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
No, but they're so poor. This is Rangers' real chance. While they've got their.
If you look at their statistics, their statistics aren't bad.
No.
It's just that they're poor.
They can't put the ball in there. Well, it proves to that when I tell it in a minute all the viewers with regards to top goal scorers. Celtic haven't got a top goal scorer in the top 3, that's for sure. Right, let's go off to Dens Park, who are 6th in the table, taking on Ross County, who are 11th, second from the bottom, and Dundee beat them by 2-0. The Jambos are a third, having a decent season. They took on lowly Motherwell, who were 9th in the league, and Jambos beat them by 2-0. Last but not least, on Saturday afternoon, all 3 o'clock kickoffs, Livingston, bottom of the table, beat St Mirren, who were having a good run, and they beat them by 1-0. And big shout out to my good pal Kevin the Scotsman. I've got a table for you for Cheltenham, big man, you know that. And if you've not subscribed to him, Kevin the Scotsman, big Paisley boy, subscribe to him. Kevin the Scotsman, he's everywhere. Tenerife, Gran Canaria, absolutely superb. Right, there's your big shout out. Right, Sunday was the game. What's the ground called in St Johnstone? Do you know?
McDermott Park.
McDermott Park. Obviously you watched it. Where did you go and watch it? On
here.
Oh, you watched it down here? Yeah. Took on the mighty Rangers. All they had to do was win the game to go top of the table. And what do they do?
Yeah, we won.
They won. They won by 3-0. Yeah. I did see bits of it, Jim. Yeah. They played well enough?
They played well. I was a bit... When I was watching it and I looked at the team selection, I was wondering what the manager was up to, what Clement was up to, because they played really well on the Wednesday before that, and we had really good game, and he put up 5 or 6 new players in. He did say he wanted to get them ball time, but for me, you get them ball time, you're 2 or 3 nothing up, and then bring the players on. But we done the job day on Monday. You seen the goal, what a strike it was.
I saw the goal.
20-yarder, great. 2 penalties we got, which were penalties, and Tavernier, he's talked about top goal scorers. Tavernier, a right back,
I know.
Scored 12 goals this season already. So
how many penalties were in that 12 though, do you know?
I've no idea.
No, okay.
Well, there will be a few, but he is a dead ball player. He's a free kick man in the corner, and he can score free. He can score.
Yeah.
For a right back to be up there in the top 3, you get Shanklin first at Hearts.
Well, we're talking the top goal scorers in the SPL at this moment in time. Shanklin of the Jambos Hearts, he's got 18 goals. Now there's talk that they were talking about, it's probably just rumours, that he was going to go to Rangers in the January window. They say he's a Rangers fan as well. Whether he will go in the summer, what's your views on that? Do you want him? Do you think he'll go?
I think he'd be good in Scottish football. Whether he could take that other step forward that we need to do in European football is a different. But the boy's scoring for fun.
Yeah.
He's scoring some lovely goals. He's scoring for fun. He's a great player. The thing is, Rangers had him and let him go when he was a boy.
Ah, gosh, okay.
That's it. But just talking about Hearts, I mean, we Rangers are playing them on Saturday, which is going to be a big tough game. Hearts' last 12 games, they've won 11. And drawn once, and the ones they drew against was the Celtic. So they're on good form. They're third in the league in their chasing. So I expect a really hard game on Saturday off of them. Hopefully Rangers will win, of course.
Is it your place?
It's at Ibrox. Ibrox. So that could be a bit.
I wonder why they've just turned a corner. Because if they would have had that form at the start of the season, it'd have been 1, 2 or 3 looking for the league, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd be well up there. But I say to you, their last 12 games, they've won 11 and drawn once, and that's good statistics.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that is good.
Scoring.
What time's at the weekend?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. In the Horseshoes Bar if you're here.
Yeah, so if you did 3 horseshoes in that particular area, you want to come and watch them. Rangers against Jambos, that's going to be a massive game. Coventry, we play Friday night, so I'll have the 3 o'clock I might even come down myself. We'll see what happens, how it goes. So, as we know, Rangers are top of the table.
Yes.
Just go through the stats. Rangers played 26, Celtic 26, and the Jambos 26. Rangers at the moment won 21, drawn 1, lost 4, 64 points, 2 points ahead of Celtic. Celtic have lost 2 games, drawn 5 and won 19, and the Jambos are 11 points adrift. Now, can you, I haven't checked the stat, but can you remember when the last time Rangers were top of the table?
It was probably nearly 2 years, 18 months ago.
2 years, 18 months ago, so
Yeah.
oh dear me.
Been a while.
What would have been like in all the Rangers pubs over the weekend on Sunday going top of the table?
They've been ecstatic.
Yeah.
They were ecstatic on Saturday with
With the result of Celtic. Yeah,
But
for
then,
sure.
And then on Sunday, they know that we have to win that game to go and to go up and to go top of the.
Is it a synthetic pitch?
Yeah,
St Johnston?
Yeah,
it is.
no, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess. It wasn't good for football on Saturday.
No,
It was a bit of a mess, but the 2 teams playing in it, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, so you got there. Do you think now you've got the squad to stay there?
Yeah. I definitely think that we can go in a minute. As I said, I think I've said to you in the past, even before this, I'll be down to the Old Firm games.
Yeah.
Who wins the league?
How many more further games are?
Well, we've got one on the 7th of April, which I'm going back for.
Yeah.
And there might be one after that when they do the split.
Okay.
We'll be doing the Old Firm games, I'd imagine.
Yeah. When he said he goes back, obviously because Jim lives here, watches all the Rangers games here and so forth, and then he flies back every now and then to see family and so forth. Then he'd drop into the Rangers game. But you've had a season ticket there?
Yeah,
for
30 years.
30 years there you were. So when you're over here, do you just give it to one of your pals?
Yeah. I used to go on a supporters bus, Smithy Loyal, and I used to run it, but obviously retired now, so I came over here.
Yeah.
So the boys take my ticket.
Fantastic.
And they just go.
Let's just give one or two shout
Forget
outs.
to pay me.
They forget to pay you. What's the cost of a season to get it to Rangers now?
Mine was 660.
660.
And you just get league games. In the past, you used to get like the Champions League and cups.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
You don't get that. It's just league games.
Just league, yeah.
You got to subscribe to a thing called My Jers, which I think that's £50 a year.
Yeah.
And then for that, so you can get in the draw for tickets for away games in European and Scottish Cup, etc. And you get into a ballot for that. But it's on a point system as well.
Yeah.
So and they've got three tiers of the point system. It's gold, silver and bronze. I'm in gold because I've got something that's 1900 points.
Yeah.
And then it's different sections. So
I just, while we're talking about Rangers, just give a few shout outs to a lot of our Rangers pubs. Obviously I got plenty. We got big shout out to Ian. He lives up in Fife, Ian and Jane. And we got Big John the Butcher. We all know about Big John the Butcher, don't we? He's got his butchers in Kilsyth called The Cross. So I always say, pop in there, go and tell him you watch WEBBY'S Sports Roundup and you'll get some discounts. It might be 1%. It only depends which side of the bed he gets out in the morning. Go for it and ask him for it. He's a top fella and he's out in a couple of weeks' time and we're going to have a bit of a swally all together. Big shout out to my pal Davey. And up there in Glasgow, lovely fella David Lang, Lang, and his big son Gary Gaz. There's Jono. I get lots of messages from the Stevie, and there's anybody you want a quick shout out to? There's hundreds, isn't there?
No, it's hundreds, thousands.
Thousands. And as you know, hey, Paul and Jean. God, can't forget Paul, dear.
Number one.
He's my number one. He's my number two. Only because Paul can't do it. He's busy working on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if I do my Scots call on a Thursday, it's always difficult for him to come out. But we will get him on when he's available, 100%, because as we all know, Rangers is an institution. It really is. Right, top goal scorer in the SPL, as I said, Shanklin, 18 goals. Then you've got Aberdeen, Miovsk, Miovsk, 13 goals. And then you've got Tavernier, who's got 12 goals. That's a right fullback for Rangers. So where are all your centre forwards? Why aren't they not scoring? If you're a centre forward, you'd be winning the league, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you take the statistics for the other night there, not Sunday, the week before, with 43 shots, 23 on target, and the goalkeeper saved 19. It's a high statistic ever. A goalkeeper saving 19 shots to save. Saturday again was the same. Dessers, I don't know how many he squandered.
Yeah.
Squandered. He needs settling in, but hopefully he'll come good. Hopefully he'll come good. He scored 2, and then, as I said, he could have scored a barrel load. But that's basically. We've got some guys out in action just now through injury, so hopefully as the squad strengthens, we'll start to get the forwards scoring more goals up front. Tavernier, as I said to you, is probably the biggest majority will be if the penalties or if the free kicks.
Free kicks, yeah.
Although he does score for the outsider, but Tavernier's probably, he's a dead ball specialist. He can strike a ball, he's fantastic. So also the captain of the squad, been here nearly 10 years now.
He's good passion, isn't he? I watch him. Yeah, no, he's good. He's all there for sure. One or two other shout outs. I'll tell you what, I'm going to say before I go on this one. You may not have known. I checked it out. And listen, women's football. I'm not into it, but every now and then it's on the Sky Sports on TV. I don't know whether the big man knows, but I checked the women SPL League. Did you know Rangers at the top of that as well?
Yeah. A very good friend of mine, Ian Macaulay, who was an ex-professional football player, his young daughter Maya Macaulay now plays for Rangers.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
She scored goals in and again as well.
Superb.
So good luck to them.
Well, I've just checked it out. Rangers 21 games, Celtic 21, then you got Glasgow City 21 games. Rangers 18, 3 draws, no losses. Celtic 17, 2-2, and the same as Glasgow City as well. So 57 points top of the table, 4 points above Celtic, nearly like 2 points in the men's league. So listen, it's Rangers year at the moment, isn't it? So what is Celtic? Are they going to come back? Are they going to fight? We'll have to see. One or two big shout outs. There's Alan, big Celtic fan. He's got his own vlog. I said I'm going to give him a shout out on today's show. Celtic Unrestricted View podcast. Go on there, it's absolutely cracking. It's a Celtic podcast. They have a great following, just like the Rangers boys. So Alan, big shout out for you, son. Celtic Unrestricted View podcast. Subscribe and like it. There you are, my son, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Big shout out to Michael, Edinburgh Honest Guide. Always give him a bit of a jambo. Always give him a shout out. Hope you're well, my friend. And don't forget, I'll be in the Hopping Grapes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Cheltenham races, working. So don't disturb me. No beer for 4 days. Absolutely busy as well. Right, a couple more little quick stories. As you know, there's the Celtic one. That is signed, and I met a very, very famous gentleman called Bobby Lennox, as you all know, an ex-Lisbon Lion. There's your photograph to prove it. That was in the world famous Garda Bar. 15. We sold that 8 years ago, probably 12, 30, 40, 15 years ago. Signed that for me. And on top of that, I did a lot of charity, if you know, with Help the Heroes, Lions Club, a lot for cancer. I do with FACT at the moment, fighting against cancer in Tenerife. And when Bobby was in my pub, came a couple of times, he said, I'll get you something from Celtic Football Club. So he spoke to the kit man, he took my number, he rang me up one day and he said, have you received it? I said, no. Next day in the post it came. 2 football boots. One I give away to me charity, and that one I've kept. George Samaras, the Greek international, absolutely quality. Played for Celtic, played for Man City. Man City 54 games, 8 goals. Celtic 156 and 46 goals. And then he went down to West Bromwich Albion, 5 goals, no goals. Then he started to whittle down. And a Greek international, 81 games, 9 goals, beg your pardon, for the Greek side. So that's the story on Bobby Lennox. And for that one, and last but not least, also used to come in the pub, was Big John Fallon. He was the number 2 goalie to Simpson in the 1967 European Cup final. Lovely, lovely guy. He played many times for Scotland and for Celtic. So that's all the stories on that. Right, let's have a look. Have I got anything else to talk about? I'm trying to think. I think that's all done and dusted, really. If I do, done that, done that, right? That's it, kids. Right, all we're going to do, we've had all your shout outs. If you've just joined the channel, Tenerife, in the sunshine, in the south, WEBBY'S Sports Rounder, massive commentary football fan, as you all know, for 54 years, a big Loss and Rugby fan. The reason I love Scottish football is I'm doing my Scots Corner every Thursday now. And I'll tell you a very, very quick story. It's because my mum and my dad, before my dad both passed away now, rest in peace. My mum always told me she used to go out with a Scotsman many moons ago, and for some reason it's always stuck in my head, Jim. I don't know who, when or where, never told me, and that's why I've always liked Scotland. Never been there, I've been invited many times, and I will get there one day. And that's the reason why I started doing Scots Corner as well. It may not be as good as English football, but the passion's still there. They love the beer, they love the drink, and they're just great for football. With Rangers, Celtic, Hibs, Aberdeen, all of them, superb. Right, if you haven't subscribed to me, subscribe down below, comments down below. Don't forget Facebook page, my pal Foggy. Give him some love, tune into that. All I'm going to say is we're leaving now. We've had a fantastic 30-40 minutes, Jim. I want to thank you for that, my son.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you. More than welcome.
Thank you.
Great show to Jimmy, to Rangers football. Good luck to Rangers and good luck to Celtic. We're biased on this show, unless you're a Rangers fan, as you obviously know. And good luck to Dundee United, Falkirk, top of Division 1, and Stanhousmere, Division 2. And good luck to the girls of Rangers, Celtic and Glasgow City, whoever wins the SPL on the women's side. So all I'm going to say from me, Webby, until next Thursday, I've got more vlogs to do, so stay tuned in. From Webby Sports Rounder, me in the sun of Tenerife, in my manor, and Big Jim, take care, and I'll see you very soon.